I knew something like this would happen. I told you not to get involved.
You told me not to get involved. What right have you got to tell me anything?
Every right.
Why?
Because I love you. And I want to marry you when you eventually come to your senses.
I know how tough it's been for you looking after them. And I can't do it anymore, Pat. That's why I'm here. I've got to go to hospital for the operation. You're going to have to sign the papers. The kids will have to go into a home.
Oh, Greg, I don't deserve to be this happy. Not after all that's happened.
That's exactly why you do deserve to be happy.
But what about someone like Pat O'Connell? All she ever did was look after her family, and look what happened to her.
Karen, there's nothing we can do for Pat.
He's the bastard that led the raid. Brought the police. It's all his fault. Mum in prison. Andy and Emma in a home, me here.
I can get you out. I got this mate.
I'm not going anywhere, not now. Not till I've sorted this bastard out. I'll kill him.
Back to reality. Have you, well, did you tell Meg the news?
Yes.
How'd she take it?
So well, I feel guilty. She said she hoped we'd be very happy and insisted on an invitation to the wedding.
I wish Doreen felt that way.
She'll accept it after a while.
I hope so. She still feels anybody who's ever become close to her in her life is determined to desert her.
Well, you're not going to do that. I won't let you.
You sound like a husband already.
Whoever made that law about waiting 4 weeks for a license.
Maybe we can get a special one.
If it's in my power, we'll be married next week.
God and Doreen willing. Hi, what have you been up to?
Reading about the big romance. Did you have to pay Alex to get it in the paper?
No, of course not. That's the last thing we wanted.
Trying to keep it a big secret, are you? Suppose you'll be moving out next.
Of course I'll be living with Greg after we're married, but I'll still be looking after this place.
Well, how can you if you don't live here?
We'll manage.
Yeah, well, if it'll help, I'll move out.
Doreen, don't be so childish. You're staying and so am I.
Yeah, for how long?
It'll be at least another month before we go to get married.
Geez, that's a long time. You up the duff or something?
No, Greg and I want to get married soon because we love one another. But I'll be around afterwards.
No. What about your honeymoon?
It'll only be a week.
Yeah, well, what am I supposed to do while you're away? I can't stay here by myself. You know I get frightened being on my own.
Doreen, yes, I know, but there'll be other women moving in before I leave. You won't be on your own.
They'll be strangers.
You've got 4 weeks to get to know them.
Did you fix that up?
Fix what up?
Getting the other women here.
No, you saw the letter from Angela. I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, well, I reckon you had it all worked out. Palm me off onto them and then it's as easy as pie for you and Greg.
Doreen.
Well, it's not that easy. Not for me, it isn't.
Meg, have you seen this? Yes. I wouldn't like to be in young O'Connell's shoes when they catch up with him.
Not that. The bit about Greg and Karen Travers.
Well, what about it?
It's disgusting.
Well, the press isn't well known for its discretion.
That's not what I mean.
Well, what did you mean?
Well, I think it's a bit much, having it in the newspaper before we knew they were engaged.
Oh, I knew.
Oh.
It's a lovely day outside, Sal. Summer's really here. Well, here comes the star.
Pardon?
You're almost film star material in the evening papers. Shoot out doctor engaged.
Bloody journalists. I don't even know how they got hold of the story. We didn't tell anyone.
Well, after seeing the picture of the two of you, it wouldn't be difficult to guess what was coming. Oh, Vera's got a copy, by the way, if you want one.
I suppose she made a point of showing it to you.
Yes, hoping I didn't know.
She's a bitch. If you were angry, I'd understand.
Well, I'm not. It's not as though I hadn't been expecting it. I'm just surprised you took so long.
You sure it's all right?
Of course. You told Mrs. Davidson yet?
No, I was just on my way to see her now. I hope she understands.
I'm sure she'll be delighted.
Yeah, she won't be so delighted when I ask her for some time off.
Oh, no one's going to begrudge you your honeymoon.
Thanks, Meg.
Congratulations, and extend my good wishes to Karen.
Thanks very much.
What are your plans?
Well, we really don't have any as yet, just to get married as soon as possible.
I expect you'll be wanting some time off.
Well, I know how short-staffed you are and how difficult it is to find anyone to fill in, but...
I'm sure we can manage for a week or so. Just as long as we can be sure you're coming back.
Oh, I doubt that Karen would marry me if I didn't.
May I offer you a drink?
Oh, well...
It is a celebration. Oh, damn. I thought it would have been refilled by now.
Oh, well, it's probably just as well. I had some champagne at lunchtime.
But I did want to drink your health.
It doesn't matter, honestly.
It will just have to be a dry toast to a long and happy future to you both.
Thank you. I'm sure it will be.
Roz isn't in here. She must still be in the pound.
Good, serves her right.
Oh, she's just a kid, Bee.
Kid or not, she got to learn.
Oh, with 2 days in there, she should know what's what.
Yeah, she's got it in the neck once without you having to go at it too.
And Chrissy put her up to it. She only did it because she was desperate.
That's right. So if you have a go at it, it'll only make her worse.
And with Chrissy out of the way.
Oh, all right, all right. I can see the way the land lies.
So you won't clobber her?
I wouldn't dare, not with you around. You and your harebrained family have hit the headlines again?
Oh, the bastards. They'll print anything to sell their damn newspapers.
Should be a law against that.
Oh, you can't stop them.
Oh, I'd sue 'em for that.
What for? Telling the truth? Anyway, with a family like yours, those kids are better off in a home.
You sterile old bag. What do you know about kids or being a mother?
Hey, have a look at this. They've done it at last. Karen and the doc are got engaged.
But that brightened up your day, Vera.
Why should that affect me?
Because you can't stand the idea of anyone getting on well, especially us. They'll be happy. That's what sticks in your gullet.
Just watch your mouth, Smith.
Ah, get nicked. Okay, girls, ideas. What are we going to get them?
Oh, I could knit 'em some booties.
Oh, come on. They're getting married. She's not preggers.
Oh, well, I don't suppose it's going to take the doc long.
You got the address?
Yeah.
Dr. Gregory Miller, 18 Elizabeth Street. That's just up the road.
Yeah, he can't be too bad a bloke if he works in this area. Not like those Collins Street doctors.
They're all the same, except this one's a shelf as well.
Yeah, well, it could have been a coincidence, you know. Him coming the same time as the cops. I mean, the paper reckoned he was looking after your gran. Maybe he was coming to see her.
It wasn't a coincidence. He shocked me, all right.
Or what if he didn't? He could be killing an innocent man. Don't, David. It's not going to do your mum or the kids any good.
Maybe not.
And you don't stand a chance with those cops ready to jump you.
Exactly. I've got nothing to lose anyway.
But what about me?
Sit tight. Once I've knocked over that bludger, you'll never see me again.
No, look, you do what you want, but don't involve me.
You're already involved, remember?
Not me, mate, not me. I haven't done...
Get through your thick skull. We're in this together, and don't you ever forget it, because if you do, I don't like your chances. Now, all I want you to do is keep watch while I nip over and blast that bastard Miller.
I want to talk to you about security.
Well, what do you want me to say that I haven't already said?
Do sit down. I appreciate the loyalty you've shown over the past few weeks.
Insubordination would only make matters worse.
I realize you've always regarded my administration as a trifle lax, but it's very easy to lose touch with the general atmosphere in a prison. However, I agree it's time to tighten up.
Yes, well, the women seem to regard Wentworth as a holiday camp.
That sounds like an all too familiar complaint.
I don't advocate Miss Bennett's attitude.
What do you advocate in view of Coulson's and Birdsworth's behavior?
Well, I noticed that the locks in the administration area have been changed.
You don't think that's enough?
Well, I don't think it's the point, really. If the women couldn't get to those areas without supervision...
Well, we are very understaffed.
I realise that. But it'd be a simple matter to lock the security gates during the day, wouldn't it? I don't see that we've got much choice.
No. And I suppose if we reminded them just for a short time that there are rules and regulations...
Well, it wouldn't take long to bring that home to them. If we punished every misdemeanor according to the book, they'd soon realise they can't get away with murder.
Thank you for your advice. Will you advise the staff of the added security? I'll speak to the women later this morning.
Yes, Mrs. Davison.